This meeting is being recorded. Okay, so let me start by sharing my screen, if I can. Which one is this? There we go. So here's your MR in question. I'm gonna copy the branch name. Oh, I accidentally clicked there. So you had, let's see, you had 5 commits showing up.
Okay, you're on that's the new one.
Oh, that's the new one. Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
There you go. So there should be maybe 6. Yeah, there were 6 in here. So GitLab knew what was going on anyway. So unrelated to what was showing up to you locally, GitLab knew what was going on. So I've actually here, sorry, it's a bit messy the way I'm set up here, but GitLab, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do git branch, capital D. I'm gonna delete the branch that I've already pulled down. So one of the things that you can always do is if you look at GitLab and you see, you know, this is what I want, this is how it should look. It should be fine to just go and do a git branch delete and delete it locally and then pull it down again.
Yep, did that.
And it still looked wonky?
It did. Now, let's find out if it's going to do this for anyone else other than me.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some weird behavior. I didn't pull yet today, so I just want to pull it out. Just to be there. And let's check out your branch. And there we go. And git log. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Is it 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I pull down the wrong one?
No, the date looks right because that's from the 3rd.
Did you cherry pick your commits into them? Maybe I.
No.
(2020) 0103. Because I was also tinkering with it myself. But anyways, let's not worry about how it looks. But that's definitely something that I've done from time to time, and it's another good reason to always push to GitLab. So you probably already know this, but I just want to go over it because I want to share this video with other people about rebasing and just what's happening. So for the benefit of the other people not on the call, when in master is a list of commits, and when you create a branch, you're peeling off from the last commit on master, and then you are going to start adding commits to your new branch. But at the same time, master is also going to be increasing at the same time, adding commits, and you're diverging at that point in time. And so when you're rebasing, what you can imagine is happening is in your branch, you're going to pull out all of your commits, and you're going to take everything that got added to master after you started your branch is going to get tagged on, and then you're going to re-add your commits to the end. And where you've added, this is the new start or the new base of your branch. And just to point that out, and so what happens sometimes is you get some weird behavior when those get pulled in and those get your original commits get added to the end. So so what we can do with this one, let's see.
And as a note, you are not currently screen sharing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just checking.
Just because it would be boring to look at the screen while I was just yammering away. So let's do a rebase master, for example. Let's see if it works. So yeah, it did seem to work. I'm not sure what happened here, but yeah, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 commits.
One of them was a merge in the UI. And that's the one that's missing.
I see. Yeah, that's always confusing.
Yeah, because I tried doing an interactive rebase because I was gonna squash down because one of the commits multiple of the commits needed revision, the message.
So
and so I was trying to get rid of that in addition to rebasing. And yeah, the interactive rebase just threw a list of crap.
So I'm not sure which one. Did it say which one is going to? Must start with a capital letter. You might have already fixed it. Okay, yeah. So some of these needed a capital letter.
Yeah, that was me finding the
that's how I learned. Yeah, that's how I learned. Was just getting corrected. The subject line is a little long for this one. Oh, maybe you already fixed it. Describe these changes in the commit body. So it's one of these was a big one, I guess.
Yeah, the very first one.
Okay. And maybe you already changed it. And then this one was too long, and these two needed capitals. So yeah, rebase interactive. So coming back to the main point, when you do a basic rebase and it plunks all of those commits from master in front of yours, it then applies each one of yours. A basic rebase will just apply each commit that you've done originally in. But if we do an interactive rebase, it'll slow down and do them one at a time and allow you to decide what you want. And we're pointing at head, which is the last commit, but we want to do head and then point back 5, because 5 commits backwards. Should hopefully these.
Looks fine for you.
For whatever reason, it works fine for me. So so maybe this chat isn't necessary, but we have
when I had not actually done an interactive rebase before coming here, and so the thing that caught me off guard, and I had to do this a few times before I understood it, was that these commits get replayed in reverse order. And so if you're only going to select one commit and you're going to squash all the other ones, you need to select the top one.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
I don't think it has to be the top one, but I'll show you a trick for squashing that makes it easier, and it's totally not the way anyone should do it, and don't ever do it this way, but please do it this way. Do
you want to keep recording?
No, you'll see why. It's such a stupid thing, and I'm sure a lot of people do it, but this is the correct way, and then I'll show you the wrong way, and you'll understand why the wrong way is what I do so much. When you do an interactive rebase, again, for the people who haven't done it before, each one of these is one of the commits, like we just saw here. Each one, this merge branch, let's not talk about it for now, but each one is going to get added on one at a time. And the message at the front is telling Git what to do for each one. Normally, it just goes boom, 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 done. And that's pick. So pick is, you can imagine, it's taking one commit, add it to the branch. Take another one, add it to the branch. But we can go and we can edit commits, for example. So it'll add it to the branch and it'll stop. And you could go and make changes to that commit. I made programmers, I'm sure, do stuff like that, but we should never need to do that. Probably, I don't think most people, even in GitLab, would need to do stuff like that, because we all work on our own branches. We don't really commit on other people's branches.
Right.
So it's not as important. The one that we are most interested with is reword, and it's such an easy thing to do. So when we add this commit, we want to reword it. When we add this commit, we want to reword it, and this one we want to reword it. So let's do it like that, and that's all we do. Is we're saying when you stop, what I want to do is I want to change the message. That's it. So there's also, what's the other one? That's the main one. I think you can also.
There's squash.
Yeah, there's squash, but there's fix up. Yeah, there was another one that I've used before. Yeah, that's the main one. and then what we do is we just save that. So once we've told the rebase what we want to do, we save it. And then what it's done is it's applied one of the commits, and it says, here's your old message. And let's make it a multi-line. We'll do it like this. So title, a space, then the body. And that title should be fine. So I'll save that. And it's going to go apply another one. And this one we had, that was the only complaint, I think, for that one. So it's doing it one at a time, and we save each message one at a time. And then this was the same thing, a capital, we can fix that. The really nice thing about this is that the author, you can see, is still going to be you. But if someone else is having trouble with it, and I go in and tinker with it, which is something that I have to do from time to time, is that you're not taking away the contribution information. So it's still going to show, especially for public contributors. You might be worried, oh, if I edit it, it's going to look like I did it. But if you do it this way, it's still their code. You're just tweaking the message. We'll save that one. And now it's all been added. And I can do a git log. And let's see. So yeah, docs and short are now capital letters. And the other one, this is now, which one was it? Was it this one? Yeah. I guess it was this one. Oh no, this one. This one was too long. Oh no, this one needed to be multi-line. Yeah, that's what it was. Is that it was too, it didn't have enough information. So I added these, and so now we can, and then again, just for the benefit of other people, if we do a git push /f, which is force to the origin, what that means is I want everything in this branch to look like it looks for me locally. And clearly this is something you don't want to do if you're co-working on a branch with other people, because if you do a force push, you're going to change everything, and then what they have locally is no longer going to match. And that's when you start needing like merge branches and stuff like this when you're working together with people. But I can force push this. And hopefully it'll come up. Do a refresh. Do another refresh. We'll get there eventually. Maybe. Does it show that I pushed? Did I push to the wrong one? Are we having some slowness today? No? That's strange. Maybe I was in the wrong branch. No? Oh, I guess we just got some slowness for some reason. Well, we'll have to wait, I guess. For whatever reason. Went through, didn't it? That's the right branch. No errors.
It's also just entirely possible that this branch was haunted.
Ghosts are always following us. Well, maybe we've got some slowness.
Is it possible that GitLab does not do additional work on branches that are
could be, yeah,
that are marked as closed?
It's a good point. Yeah, let's there we go. That's what it was. Okay. Thank you. So now it's cleaned up that merge, and we've got everything is spelled out properly, and so danger would be less annoyed with it. Yeah, okay, so that, yeah, sorry, that's what it was, is that it was closed, so it wasn't updating it anymore.
Not a problem.
So my little trick, which you should never do, but please do this, is the step one is, let's say I'm going in some file, I don't know, I happen to have this one open, so I go and I make a change, and I say blah, and I all right, so I just want to actually let me restart. So I make a change, and so we can see the changes is made but not staged. So I'm now gonna stage it, and it's gonna go green, and then I'm gonna commit it, and then say I made a change. Dequote. I just changed my terminal to ZSH, and like 2 days ago, and I'm not there. There's some issues.
Okay, good to know.
Let me use single quotes to see if it complains less. There we go. Well, for whatever reason, okay, so maybe I should use single quotes with ZSH. So now I should be able to see my new commit there. And then, but then I might even push. So I'm gonna push it. Hopefully this time it's gonna work as expected. And this is something that I do all the time. I'm sure other people do it all the time. There we go. So I made a change. The commit is going to show up here when we refresh. We get a new commit by me. But then I realized, no, it wasn't supposed to be blah. It was supposed to be black is what I wanted. Oh no, it's like but I've already pushed the change, and it's, you know, this is annoying. But like you don't want to work and have this annoying stupid little commit in the list, and so we do a git reset soft. And now, like I said, with bash I could just do a head caret to point to where we are, which means go back one commit. But for some reason I need to put quotes with ZSH. I don't know why, but if you're using bash you might not need quotes. And what this does is it's moved us one back, and you can see with my fancy terminal here that I'm still learning, you can see that we're now one behind GitLab. So now we're out of sync with GitLab. But if we do a status, you can see that my old, like, this is my new change. And this is kind of like, oh, sorry, this is the old change. And this is the change that I've just made right here, the fix. So actually what I can do is just to point to make it a little bit clearer. Let's do it this way. So if I did just a reset soft, we're going to be now looking here, but we didn't, it's as if we didn't commit yet. So then I could do fix it, and now we've got, it's going to look like this, and now, but then I add it. And so we've got that change, and just to point out, if I do a git log, you can see that my commit is gone. But because we did a reset soft, the changes are not gone. All it did is it took out the commit, but not the changes. So I can do a commit /m and say, did a lucky thing. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna have to do single quotes, aren't I now? And then I do a push F to origin to make it look. And this is something I do all the time, like all the time. Because if you forget a space, or you added the wrong link, or you just, some little fiddly bit that made the linter complain, because the pipeline will run and it'll complain about something. And like here, oh, that was 2 days ago, but this pipeline might fail because of some annoying little thing. So something in here, I guess, because I might have had another file open and it didn't like that. And then I was like, just make one little change, and then you don't have like that, a broken commit anymore, because we've fixed it, and we've changed it, and we've pushed the new one. We can just clean up the last commit, and then you can try again, and you're like, oh no, wait, there was one other little thing, and then you can just force push a couple times, but keep working off of kind of the same commit, if that makes sense. And then the trick is, oh, this is why I didn't go through. I didn't type in my password. There we go. There. So it's a good way to make sure, okay, now I'm happy with my commit. Now I'll move on. And the next time I push a commit, I'll just do push origin without the -f. The trick is if I want to squash, or I have a bunch of bad commits here, like maybe this one I don't like, maybe this one, oh man, I really just want to restart, but I like the way it looks right now, is just do your up arrow on your terminal and reset soft again, and again, and again, and again. Can you guess what's going to happen next?
I can.
And again. And then if you do a git status, you can see
there they all
are. Of your changes are there. Nothing, because we did reset soft every time. Everything is still there. All we did is just say, we don't like these messages. We don't like how it's all split up. And then I just do a git commit /m. And I'm going to say added veil linter. And I'll say added the veil config file, sample test, and many other things. Trust me. So all those got added, and now oh, we should have, sorry, I should have gone back one more. I didn't go back far enough. So look at this. I do a git reset soft. I do it one more time, and now I can use the exact same commit message, git log, there we go, git push /f origin. I'm gonna have to put in my password. And there we go. And it doesn't matter how anything is set up. It doesn't matter the history. All that it's doing is it's taking all of the changes and it's holding on to them, and it's just letting you commit them again. And then you do a force push and you've squashed, you fix commit messages if you needed to. You can just take care of it that way. And all the changes are still there. And you can see how this is quite a hacky way to do it, but it's so easy to just go up in your terminal and enter, and you do up, and you can you can see here also that my terminal told me I was 6 back. I thought I needed to go 5 back, but it was actually 6. And it's cleaned up everything, and it's so easy, it's so fast. This is totally not the way to do it, but definitely do it this way. Any questions?
No.